It's Abafetu Shabuzet. This is your boy Kabavovo, aka Vaveliche, the picture Kupela. Happy Tuesday, happy Freedom Day. It is Tuesday, it is indeed the 27th of April 2021. It is a Freedom Day. Welcome to a special show of Evolve Talk dedicated to this day. Just remember that on this day, someone lost their life. Someone grew up without a father just because of this day. Someone endured pain. Someone went through a lot of struggle. Someone was jailed for a very long time. People lost their lives. The blood was shed. This is not just a holiday. This is not just a day, a bright day, like other people will say. This is the day where we need to reflect back. This is the day where we need to ask ourselves so many questions. Today, as South Africans, we are celebrating 27 years of democracy and freedom. The question is that we're asking today on this show, Evolve Talk, are we really free? Are you really free? Where you are and what is happening around you, in your environment, in your society, are the people around you free? Are you yourself free? How free are you? That's the question that we're asking today. One thing that people don't understand, we always blame and talk about apartheid and all those things. But what we forget is apartheid, iyazala, it gives birth. It have given birth to a lot of things. And one of those things is the one that we'll be talking about today on this show. Because there's so many things that have been created or that have been born by apartheid. Our minds and our hearts are still stuck only on apartheid. But what about other things that apartheid have generated amongst ourselves as black brothers and black sisters? Hlala nathi kulolu hlelo lwethu, stay with us on the show as we break it like it is. Like I say now, that this is a brute talk. Livutshelwe, lengxoxo ivutshelwe. Laba bazizulu bazo-understand ukuthi sisho ukuthini masisho njalo, ukuthi ivubelwe lento le ngxoxo namhlanje ivutshelwe. So hlala nathi sihlekisa le ndaba and tell it like it is. Fearless and fear with no favor. Sizoyisho njengoba injalo, uzoyibeka njengoba injalo. Plus yabona shares is both. We are on red, so we are ready to talk. We are fearless as Catalan, but the truth have to be told and the truth have to be said. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the verse, and then we're gonna tell you the topic of today, and we're gonna tell you what this show is all about. It's our fair to welcome back. This is your boy Kabavovo, aka Vaveliche, the big Jet Kupela. This is the special edition of Evolve Talk on this day, 27th of April 2021, the Freedom Day. It is the time of the show. That's a verse. Okay, the verse says the verse that we're reading today. But before I read the verse for you, let me quote this for you. Power in the Bible has a deeper meaning than we can imagine. It also frequently used in the book as a description of strength of mind, moral qualities of a person, power of his or her faith, and so on, we can also meet a power meaning as an important feature of someone's nature. Bear that in mind. You will understand why I quoted that statement. The verse that we're reading today on the special edition of the show, If I Were Talk, it's found in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 4. It reads as follows: the weak you have not strengthened, the sick you have not healed, the injured you have not bound up, the straight you have not brought back, the lost you have not sought, and with force and harshness you have ruled them. I'm going to repeat the verse for the last time. Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 4. The weak you have not strengthened, the sick you have not healed, the injured you have not bound up, the straight you have not brought back, the lost you have not sought, and with force and harshness you have ruled them. Bear that verse in mind. We'll be right back with your topic. By the way, as you can see, it's a Freedom Day. We are outside because we want you to be free, as we are instilling and pushing on and pressing on and reminding you that you need to be free. I am your boy Kavavov, aka Vovelisha, the big jet Kupela. We'll be right back with your topic and as you can see, I'm in red, and red, as we are fearless. Fear. We don't fear anything. There's no favor. We'll be right back. It's our to Shabuzet. Happy Tuesday. Happy Freedom Day. I am your boy, Kabavov, aka Vavelisha, the big jet Kupela. You are tuned into Kabavov YouTube channel. This is your show, If I Were Talk. The show where we talk about everything and leave nothing unattended. Like today, Shaya, you've come to the time of the show where we reveal or we tell you about the topic of today. Today, on this day, on Freedom Day, being the 27th of April 2021, we're talking about the generations of apartheid. The generations of apartheid, hashtag the abuse of power. Now and again, like I said, when I did the introduction of the show, that on this day, when you're talking about Freedom Day, people get stuck only on the apartheid. But however, yazala lento bafethu. Lento le izala izinto eziningi, izala ingane eziningi. Bandlululo ne-apartheid luneyingane eziningi. And because of time of the show, ngizoshaya nje elodwa, and of which I think iyona esibulele and esasibulala njengamanje. One of the kids and one of the generation of apartheid, it is the abuse of power. Sasibindezelwa abelungu back then. Abelungu, they infiltrated and injected, like Bengisho on these past shows, as we were stepping on this freedom talk, as it is a freedom month. But all this thing, the danger abayenzile basmoshela engqondweni zethu. But like I said on the previous show, that apartheid is a concept. It's not about the skin color, it's not about the race, but it's a mindset. It's all about the concept. So, inganeke A1, the one child of apartheid that I'm gonna talk about today, as we're talking about the generations of apartheid. One generation of apartheid, it is the abuse of power. Number one, what is power? Power is defined as the ability to act, to have influence over others. Power means to supply with energy or force. An example of power is to start an engine. Power is a powerful thing. Power is a great thing, However, other people uses this thing wrong, in a very wrong way. There's different types of power. Number one is expert power, derived from knowledge or skill. And there's a referent power, of which is derived from a sense of identification others feel towards you. How do people feel towards you? How do people identify towards you? And there's also what we call a reward power, derived from the ability to reward others. Most people, they lack on. And there's a coercive power, the power that is derived from fear or punishment of others. And then there's a legitimate power derived from a perceived inheritance right to influence. That is power. Ngisakubekela ukuthi kahle kahle yini power. And there's good power and there's bad power. Kahle kahle power is something that you should have as a person to stand your ground, to know yourself, to fight for what you believe in, to do what's right for your future, to do what's right for your generation. Do you understand? To take your mind away from the past, to take your mind and put it in control in terms of going forward and in terms of the future. Imeguphi ingqondo yakho as we celebrate this Freedom Day. What is happening in your mind? Because I said that apartheid and the generations of apartheid, it is made and created by the influence of these kids that are born by apartheid. Like we're talking about this power. Okay, now let's get to this thing of abuse of power. Abuse of power or abuse of authority in the form of malfeasance in office or official misconduct is the commission of an unlawful act done with an unofficial capacity which affects the performance of official duties. The following are the measures that causes of abuse of power. The people who have power want to show others that they can do anything with their power. The other people cannot question as they have power. The people who have power want to earn money, hence they abuse their power and act in corrupt manner to earn money. Maltreatment can cause victims. Here's the problem now. Here's the problem about the abuse of power. Here's the danger and the negative effect that it has on people. It causes victims to feel isolation, fear, and distrust, which can translate into lifelong psychological consequences that can manifest as educational difficulties, low self-esteem, depression, and trouble forming and maintaining relationships. Isolation, betrayal, and lack of support. Many abuse victims don't talk about being abused because they don't have anybody who will listen. Either they are lonely or isolated, or they are dependent on their abusers. Kuraf bafethu. This is sad. Today we're celebrating 27 years of democracy and freedom. The question is, are we really free? Your environment, your society, in your family, in your circle, are you really free? What powers do you have as an individual? And what are you doing with those powers? Most of us have been entrusted with positions. It's either at work, it's either in our political organization, it's either in churches, it's either in what you call community and society groups that we found ourselves in. But you as a leader, how are you leading? The people that are under you, that are being led by you, the power that you've been given. Number one, do you even understand what that power means? Do you even understand what power means? Do you even understand why those people entrusted you with that power? You are being entrusted with that power to help and build a community and environment that is free and that is strong and that can stand for itself, that can challenge the unlawful acts and unlawful actions, and they can stand and say, we are free. But here's the sad part that we are facing today. Salutes to all those that have fought and died for apartheid. Most people have done a lot to take us where we are. But unfortunately, some are taking us back where we come from. And you know what is the sad part? The sad part is, it is not even about the skin color. It is not even about the race. The sad part is, we as fellow brothers, black brothers and sisters, we are taking at each other back to where we come from by this power and this abuse of power, being a generation and being born by apartheid. The power that you have and the power that you've been given, how are you using it? As we celebrate 27 years of freedom, as we celebrate 27 years of democracy, are you leading with democracy? Is your leadership democratic, or is your leadership under oppression? Do you even know who are you? And the people that we are leading, and the people that are under you, do they feel like they are oppressed? Do they feel like they are in isolation? Are they terrified? Can they openly come to you and speak to you? Can they voice their thoughts? Can they voice their thinking? What is the future of your environment of leadership looking like? The future of your environment, of your leadership, depends on the nature of your leadership. So, do you think you're better and do you think you're free by oppressing other people? Does that give you joy? Does that make you sleep well at night? Bafethu, we need to change. Things need to change. If we need to change this picture, we need to start with ourselves, especially as leaders, especially as individuals. Because you as a person, you are a leader. You're a leader of your own life. You're a leader of your family. You're the leader of whatever it is surrounding you. But here's the question is, how do you treat yourself? How do you respect yourself? How do you honor yourself? How do you handle yourself? Do you handle yourself with the leadership of power, of oppressing, and telling yourself that you're not better and you're not good enough because of you are being controlled by this child that was born by apartheid and the abuse of power? You have power over your mind. You have power over your whole system. You have power over your whole being. And how are you using that? Because that all starts with you. How is your future looking like? Where is your future going? What are you doing? Take back your power. Taking back your power begins with you. Begin with you by understanding how great you are, understanding that you are made for greatness, by understanding that we are not made and created for oppression. You are not made and created to be enslaved. You are created to be strong. You are created to lead. You are created to lead yourself. You are created to lead your mind. You are created to lead your future. I mean, you go out to the community. As individuals, you go out to the community, you become a group of people. But what type of group of people we are becoming if we are broken individuals? If we are individuals that are being what you call controlled and molded by this abuse of power. Eyingane apartheid. Take back your power. People like Abu Oliver Tambo or Chris Hani, all the fellow comrades, Abomxenge, all the fellow comrades that went before us. They've done a lot. Our Commander-in-Chief, the great Nelson Mandela, they've done a lot to take us where we are today. But the question is, do we understand the sacrifice that were made? Do you understand? Do you understand? Today, we are staying in suburbs. Today, we are living, the life, that the whites are living. We are neighbors with the whites. But the question is, do you understand what it took to get that? Do you understand what this day means? Or to you, it's just a pride day, or it's just a holiday? This is not just a holiday or just a pride day. This is the day where we need to reflect. This is the day that you need to reflect within yourself and ask yourself, where are you? Where do you come from? Do you understand what happened? Do you understand the dangers that we went through? Do you understand the hurt that we went through? Take back your power. Take back your power. The key is there on the door. They've put at the key. The fellow comrades, they've put at the key. All that you have to do is to turn the key, open the door, and walk out of that bondage, and walk out of that oppression. And those who are in leadership, in whatever atmosphere, in whatever space you're leading, stop abusing each other, especially as black people. Especially as black brothers and sisters. Let's stand together and hold each other's hand, because we need to change this thing. We need to change this picture. We need to grow. It's 27 years, Bafetu. Because now this thing keeps on going and going and going. And what we're doing is we're passing this thing to our kids, our generations. What I'm talking about now, the abuse of power, it is the child of apartheid. So now these behaviors, we are living it and continuing it and taking it further to our kids. We are giving birth and we are grooming and we are training kids under the wrong doctrine of abuse of power. This thing needs to change. I am a boy, Kabavov, aka Vovelisha, the big Jet Kupela. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope I'm a comrade out there, being visible and showing yourself and reminding people to reflect on this day and what this day means. Amandla Bafetu, and like I always say at the end of the show, please do subscribe, do share, click like, comment, especially this video. Let this video go viral. Let this video go viral, Bafetu. Let people hear this. Let people hear this, that we need to be free. This abuse of power, it's not only the abuse of power. There are many kids and there are many aspects and there's many things that have been born by apartheid. We need to kill all those kids. As we're killing apartheid, we need to kill izingane zayo. We need to kill the kids of it, because we can kill it, but if you want to destroy Ukhabavov and you want to destroy the empire of Ukhabavov, you need to destroy Ukhabavov and you need to destroy the kids of Ukhabavov to make sure that nothing gets born under the same seed. Because this abuse of power that we're talking about, it is the same, it comes from the same seed of apartheid. We need to change this, we need to change things around. All the time. Have a blessed day, have a blessed Tuesday. Oh, by the way, those who are interested in having our mask, I'm giving out mask of Eve of a Talk. Please hit me up and let me know. If you're around Centurion, I will make a plan and deliver it to you. If you are far, we can make a plan and see how we can get it to you, because I want this show to grow and I want this talk to grow. This is a broad show. If we and the people need to hear things like this as we tell it like it is. This is a show where we talk about everything else and leave nothing unattended. And have a blessed day. Go out there, be free, and get rid of that abuse of power. Salute. I'm out. Cheers.